Be yourself, don't take anything from anyone, and never let them take you alive. Be who you are and say what you feel, because those who mind don't matter, and those who matter don't mind. Follow your inner moonlight, don't hide the madness. Being yourself in a world that is constantly trying to make you something else is the greatest accomplishment. Always be yourself. At the end of the day, that's all you've really got. When you strip everything down, that's all you've got, so always be yourself. You may not control all the events that happen to you, but you can decide not to be affected by them. About all you can do in life is be who you are. Some people will love you for you. Most will love you for what you can do for them, and some won't like you at all. You cannot change who you are, only what you do. You are you. Now, isn't that pleasant? I don't care what you think about me. I don't think about you at all. Always be a first-rate version of yourself, and not a second-rate version of someone else. I will not let anyone walk through my mind with their dirty feet. To be nobody but yourself in a world that is doing its best, night and day, to make you everybody else means fighting the hardest battle that any human being can fight, and never stopping fighting. God has given you one face, and you make yourself another. The individual has always had to struggle to keep from being overwhelmed by the tribe. If you try it, you will often be lonely and sometimes frightened. But no price is too high to pay for the privilege of owning yourself. Where is your will to be weird? Most people are other people. Their thoughts are someone else's opinions, their lives a mockery, their passions a quotation. I find the best way to love someone is not to change them, but instead to help them reveal the greatest version of themselves. There is nothing more awful, insulting, and depressing than banality. I will not hide my tastes or aversions. I will so trust that what is deep is holy, that I will do strongly before the sun and moon whatever only rejoices me and the heart appoints. Hateful to me as the gates of Hades is that man who hides one thing in his heart and speaks another. If you can't love yourself, how in the hell are you going to love somebody else? They can't scare me if I scare them first. Find out who you are and do it on purpose. Don't be into trends. Don't make fashion own you. You decide what you are, what you want to express by the way you dress and the way you live. An unfulfilled vocation drains the color from a man's entire existence. When I was a child, my mother said to me, if you become a soldier, you'll be a general. If you become a monk, you'll be the Pope. Instead, I became a painter and wound up as Picasso. Imperfection is beauty, madness is genius, and it's better to be absolutely ridiculous than absolutely boring. Don't let others box you into their idea of what they think you should be. A confined identity is a miserable way to exist. Be you and live free. Trust that in living true to yourself, you will attract people who support and love you just as you are. To be one, to be united, is a great thing. But to respect the right to be different is maybe even greater. If you want to be yourself, sometimes you can't compare the economic benefit with art. Learn to be what you are, and learn to resign with good grace from all that you are not. Never apologize for showing feelings. When you do so, you apologize for the truth. If God had wanted me otherwise, He would have created me otherwise. One's real life is often the life that one does not lead. We all wear masks, and the time comes when we cannot remove them without removing some of our own skin. It is better to be hated for what you are than loved for something you are not. Taking into account the public's regrettable lack of taste, it is incumbent upon you not to fit in. Some people say you're going the wrong way when it's simply a way of your own. How many more of us are faking the facade? How many of us are pretending to be something we're not? Even better, how many of us will have the courage to be ourselves regardless of what others think? Follow your heart, listen to your inner voice, stop caring about what others think. To shine your brightest light means being who you truly are. I think the reward for conformity is that everyone likes you except yourself. Always be yourself, express yourself, have faith in yourself, and do not go out and look for a successful personality and duplicate it. You just have to be yourself and go with full confidence and be courageous. If you can't just be yourself, then you have to be original because there's no one like you. It sounds so simple, but if you just be yourself, you're different than anyone else. Being beautiful means being yourself. You don't need to be accepted by others. You need to accept yourself. Being yourself is about the worst advice you can give to some people. Don't worry about what other people say. Be yourself and say what you want to say with respect. The secret to success is to be yourself. When you are content to be simply yourself and don't compare or compete, everyone will respect you. Accept no one's definition of your life, but define yourself. Never complain, never explain. Resist the temptation to defend yourself or make excuses. Never apologize for being yourself. Our time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. You must not be afraid of your uniqueness, and you must care less and less about what people think of you. No one ever made a difference by being like everyone else. When someone is properly grounded in life, they shouldn't have to look outside themselves for approval. Don't believe you have to be like anybody to be somebody. Don't let other people decide who you are. By being yourself, you change the world. Don't chase people. Be yourself, do your own thing, and work hard. The right people, the ones who really belong in your life, will come to you and stay. When you see a mob doing something, it should make you less likely to do it yourself, not more likely.